Much
Welcome
better.
to episode 3 of this living.
This
After
horrible hurricane of nightmares.
I how are you all?
I'm trying to see if
Oh,
my... Oh, that doesn't actually work. Okay, well, I'm trying to turn up my audio. Josh, they can't see your face now. You're gone.
Thank God.
And they can also see what podcast I was just watching.
What were you just watching? Now you gotta tell us because we can't.
I was watching Sugar Pine, but they did like a 420 episode because this is being recorded the week after 420. Happy
What's
Sunday,
420?
everybody. That's the number that comes after 419 and before 421.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's all.
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, basic stuff.
I don't know why we're celebrating it. It was Hitler's birthday. That's kind of fucked
It
up.
was.
if you ask
That
me.
is Hitler's birthday. You're right.
I don't know why
Was
we're
it?
doing that, but
Yeah, Hitler was born on April 20th. True story.
That's funny.
Yeah, hilarious.
Why is that funny?
I've-
He killed a
it's
bunch of
just-
people. He's a monster.
Not because. I'm just gonna leave now.
Oh my god.
Oh, how's your weeks been, boys?
Mine's been all right. I got one more week of class stuff. Got to finish a paper, and then I'm pretty much done. And then I'm good for the semester. And then I have absolutely nothing to do but spend time with myself while we're still quarantined. Exactly, jerking off. I started watching Community, so that's cool. It's a fun show.
Oh, what a great show. What a great show.
Never watched it before. This is my first time.
Never heard of it. What is it?
Basically a lawyer, turns out a lawyer scammed his way into being a lawyer, and his degree is actually fake from like a school that doesn't exist. They thought he like graduated from Columbia, but it was actually like Columbia, not the school Columbia. So he has to go back to school to get his degree. So he goes to a community college, and then hijinks ensues, starring Chevy Chase, Donald Glover, and other people.
It's like what really broke Childish Gambino.
Yeah, it's early too. So it's so early that like he's like so young in it. Like,
Yeah, he's like a boy.
because
He's just a
I think it
boy.
started 2009, 2010, something like that.
somewhere
So-
around there. It's really good though. It's
It
really
is.
funny.
Yeah, no, I do like it. I like it a lot. It's a good show.
What's it on?
They just put it on Netflix.
Just went up all of it, so I've started watching it.
Check it out.
I'm on the 9th episode of season 2.
I think
When'd
I've
you start
seen most.
When
of
did I
it.
start?
Yeah.
Like yesterday,
Yesterday.
probably.
Yeah, yesterday. First season I think is 25 episodes, but they're like, like 20 somethings episodes. So I mean, that's not hard to do.
You went. Oh, 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20-minute episode. So it's like maybe I'm
right,
banging
good.
out like 2.5 to 3 an hour. So I mean,
That's all right. When I was on my little anime kick, like last week, I think I rewatched all of Sword Art Online,
yeah,
and then I watched the second season, which is Gun Gale Online.
yeah.
I watched that an entire night.
Second season's not Gun Gale. Third season's Gun Gale. Second season's fucking Elfheim. With the fairies and shit.
Nope, that's still part of season 1.
Is it?
Yeah, about
Interesting.
halfway through. Yeah, about
Josh is
halfway
like,
through Sword
I
Art-
don't know.
Yeah, about halfway
Yeah,
through
you're.
Sword Art.
What an idiot,
Online.
Ari! How did you not know that Alpha was a part of season 1? What a moron.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Spoilers. Half of it they finally break out of the game, and then the
What?
last half of season. Yeah, the last half of season 1 is the whole damsel in distress, which I thought was kind of, eh.
especially for her character. I feel like they really
Yeah,
pigeonholed her.
yeah, definitely.
I get that.
Actually,
Because she was stressed as like a strong, independent woman who didn't need no man, and then
I
all
played
of a sudden
Hatful
she
Boyfriend.
became
I
the
like
damsel in
pigeonholes.
distress.
If you haven't watched us play Hatful Boyfriend, go watch that. That was a fun
Jesus.
experience.
Before Devin.
Yeah, that was
Not-
BD.
not-
I
All
have
right.
ED.
What about you, boy? No, not ED. BD.
Devin, what have you been up to?
We're still working on my Minecraft servers. I'm trying to work on another puzzle world for the channel. Almost done. It's gonna be a small thing, just something to do to fill up the time in this hellhole that we live in right now.
And maybe someday it'll get recorded. Someday.
Yeah, someday.
Someday.
Someday. day.
You know, I can build it. It won't be recorded until like a year and a half, 2 years later.
I mean, that's technically what happened with the first one, but that's only because we had fuck-ups on the
Ran into-
recordings. Yeah, if the
Yeah,
recordings didn't get
technical
messed up,
issues.
that we would have released it pretty shortly after making it. But because we didn't, it was a year
Was
later.
it that was a? I think that was around the time I was filming Spyro, the first Spyro game for the PlayStation.
Oh, before the
Or,
Reignited
sorry.
came out.
Yeah, and not
Yeah,
not
probably.
the first one. It was Ripto's Rage, and
Yeah.
there was a specific episode that we released. It was the glitched out one.
Yeah, that was a weird ass episode. But it was fun. What about you, Josh?
I've just been living at work.
Yeah, I
I
figured.
haven't had a day off again this week, so
But dude, you're making
No.
so much money.
I made so much money that I bought AirPods and I'm buying a plane ticket later today, and it won't even break my bank account.
Dude, you're making so much money that it's not gonna matter because the economy's in shambles, and then we're all gonna go back to using gold and chickens.
Yeah,
Gold and chickens.
This is you
Some
got two
exotic
options.
herbs.
gonna go back to
Exotic
the
herbs and
gold
spices.
standard.
What are you freaking? What are you, Colonel Sanders? Get the hell out of here. Yeah. So that's fun. I mean,
But-
at least like it sucks that you're working this much. However, the amount of money you're making is awesome, and what you're going to be able to do with it is great.
I've been saving a ton of money too, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
I'm-
As there's nothing for me to buy.
yeah.
I mean, I've been buying things, but nothing. I bought a Shrek Barbie off of eBay.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Why?
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 All right, so we had it at work. For those who don't know, I worked, you know, before the world ended, I worked in a collectible store that sold like vintage toys, video games, stuff like that.
That's why he's got so much shit.
And that is why I have so much shit. And we got a Shrek themed Barbie doll in a long time ago, and I really liked it. And I never bought it, and I regretted not buying it. And now that Daddy Trump's lining my pockets, I decided to buy it.
Why did you? We're still we asked the why, and you didn't. You danced around the why.
That's not a why.
Why did you like it?
Because it's Shrek and it's Barbie. It's outrageous. That's the reason. It's outrageous, dude. It's not here yet. Otherwise, I would show you. Remind me maybe next week it'll be here.
I'll probably remember because
Okay.
it's gonna haunt me in my
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah, dude. It's a weird thing. You looking it up?
Yeah. for sure.
It's
Is it
outrageous.
Fiona or Shrek?
It's Barbie. You can just look up Shrek Barbie and you'll get it.
Oh God, this thing's awful.
That's why I bought it. That's why I bought it, dude.
Oh, it's got a little Shrek keychain. It's got
It
little
was
Shrek
like
ears.
fluff. Yeah, she's got the ears on. Her shirt says Shrek
It's
on a
got
bunch
like
of.
bad fluff. She's got like a Shrek skirt on. I never thought you'd hit Barbie level. I'm just saying.
Listen, neither did I, but this is a very one and done situation. Like
Let's hope.
it's for the meme of the Shrekage. That's all.
Yeah.
It's not for the Barbie. It's for the
It's
Shrek.
for the Shrekening.
For the Shrekening, exactly. But yeah, so I bought that because I have disposable income and nowhere else to shove it. Since, well, comics are kind of coming back. DC's distributing out of Canada now, so
Yeah,
they're
I'm not surprised.
they're slightly coming back, but not enough to really make a difference.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, what have we been playing? I have had a little bit of time for video games this week.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta. Animal Crossing still, but I'm probably getting close to the end of playing it for the most part, like regularly. I have a 5-star island now. I've started getting art from my museum, but yeah, I'm kind of getting like towards the end of it, so I'm probably gonna end up switching off to something else shortly, either finishing Link's Awakening or starting Shovel Knight, Treasure Trove, stuff like that.
Ooh, good choices.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. What about you, boy? Devo?
Like I said earlier.
Oh yeah, you just been Minecrafting. All right, on to the next one, Josh.
Yeah, I've just been
No,
Minecrafting.
Devin, talk to me about your Minecraft world to the extent you can without
I
letting us.
I was
know
gonna say,
your
yeah, you can't say
world.
too much because it might spoil, but
Yeah, I've just ever since I got my new laptop, I've been having so much fun with the Java edition of Minecraft because it's so much better than the console versions.
absolutely it is. Yeah.
So, and I've been learning all the commands and how to use command blocks and actually creating a puzzle world and like teleporting and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, well, Casey, Devin, and I have also been playing together. Actually, I don't know why I just completely blanked on the fact that we've been doing that this week.
Yeah.
But we did start a little world together.
We haven't the last few days.
I think last day we did was Thursday. Was it Thursday?
Yeah. Like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
3 days ago.
But yeah, no, I mean, even within that, like, there's so much that Devin's like, I didn't even know this was a thing, because, like, you know, the computer versions get updated way faster and everything else before, like, it's even hits consoles. So it's like there's so much stuff on there that most people don't even know exists unless they play.
That was my car.
Oh.
My car's been idle for too long, so it warned me, hey, you're in power save mode. We're going to turn off the engine.
Oh, okay. Did you remember to put the hose through the window this time?
It's a way to kill yourself,
It's a way to kill yourself, Devin.
Oh, the exhaust. Okay. I didn't understand where the exhaust part came into play, so I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, you put a hose in the exhaust pipe, and then you put the
I
hose in the
get
window.
that,
Yeah. And then
I get that. I don't understand. I don't understand where the sticking the hose in the exhaust port and then into my window came into play.
You can put a potato in there too. Just shoots the potato out.
I was gonna say, yeah, golf balls work too.
Why are we talking about this?
I was playing Animal Crossing, obviously. I played a lot of that, but I'm getting back on that Splatoon train.
Didn't they like just give it away for free or something?
So right, they're doing a lot of Splatoon stuff right now, which is pretty cool.
That's what I thought.
They from what is it, the 30th to the 6th, it's free.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're having a new 2020 demo, but basically, and you could play with people who already own the game. So if anyone wants to get Splatoon, like, hey, I'm going to be playing a lot. The other thing they did is about, I don't know, I have no concept of time anymore. Like 4 to 6 months ago was the last Splatfest. Splatoon would do these competitions where they would.
Yeah, isn't it usually? Is it once a year or twice a year?
They do it. They used to do it once a month.
Was it once? Okay, because I remember like there was a big deal about
maybe.
like summer events and everything else. I remember that, but
they would do this thing where basically you pick a side in a thing.
Yeah.
Like in a decision. Like I know they did. What are some of the ones that I know they did? Like the last one they did was Order versus Chaos.
Yeah, because wasn't there? Yeah, I was
then,
gonna say. I remember there was one where it was between the original two announcers, right? You like chose a side, or was it the new one?
That was in Splatoon 1.
That's what I thought.
Splatoon
Okay,
1,
yeah, I remember that. So that's like kind of the general thing that they do with all of them. Yeah. It's always like
in Splatoon 2,
left
it was
or right
more
kind of thing.
A left, yeah, it's always a left or right thing, and then basically you pick a side, and then the day of the Splat, and like you pick the side the week leading up to the Splatfest, and then the day of the Splatfest, you fight for that side. Usually they have unique colors that are only there for that Splatfest. For example, Order versus Chaos had gold and silver ink, which is really cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool. As opposed to just what is it usually? Like, what is it, orange and blue?
They cycle through a lot of colors, but they're all the same colors that they cycle through.
Yeah.
I have the Splatoon. Well, I had the Splatoon Joy-Cons, which are pink and green. Those are two Splatoon colors.
I like those ones.
Yeah, I do too. But they just announced that they're going to bring back old Splatfests for, I don't know how often they're going to do it. I think part of it is for the fact that we're all locked up inside. So they're going to bring back old Splatfests, and the first one they're doing is ketchup versus mayo, and I can't wait. So I'm shaking the rust off so I can get back into Splatfest mode.
You know what though? I gotta be honest. Ketchup and mayo, all right, but I feel
picking ketchup.
What is it?
I'm picking ketchup.
Here's the thing. I feel like it's a bit pedestrian. Hot dog sandwich or not. That's the battle we need.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I mean that's a good one.
I'm saying.
What are some of the other?
I think it's pretty good on a Baconator.
Did you go to that panel, Josh, at PAX? Like 3 years, like the one that I went to, where like they started it by asking about if a hot dog was a sandwich or not.
It was so stupid.
PAX is not my game. It's not for me.
Okay, so in Splatoon
Glad
2,
I could contribute to that
some of
because I
the
knew exactly what was going on.
You
some
didn't
of
need
the
to know anything.
Splatfests
There was nothing to know.
were cake versus ice cream, mayo versus ketchup, flight versus invisibility, vampire versus werewolf, sci-fi versus fantasy,
That's
action
kind of cool.
versus
Yeah,
comedy,
those are fun
money
concepts.
versus love, chicken versus egg, baseball
Egg.
versus soccer. I forgot they had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one.
Oh,
Where,
really?
like it was Ralph versus Leo, then Mikey versus Donnie, then it was Ralph versus Donnie because Ralph won one and
Ralph?
Donnie won one. Donnie ended up winning.
Ralph.
Sorry, Raph.
Ralph.
Whatever. They had pulp versus no pulp.
I can't
Juice is
get past
concerned.
Ralph. I'm sorry. I can't get past it. I can't.
I am notorious for losing every Splatfest except for the last one.
What was the
Chaos
last one?
won last time.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
Chaos
of course,
versus Order.
of course. Anybody who's an agent
You
of
got, like,
chaos is gonna win a contest. Let's be honest now.
You
Wild
got,
card.
cool exclusive gear for the last one too. That was fun. I have pictures of whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I had a lot of fun too. I also just downloaded Ghostbusters Remastered. So
Let me know how that is.
1980
I never played the
shot.
original, but I was interested in the remastered. Same with SpongeBob.
It's
Battle for
12
Bikini
bucks on the
Bottom.
Switch right now.
I've never played Battle for Bikini Bottom, but I want to play the remaster when it comes out.
I'll probably get.
Wasn't that for the original PlayStation?
PlayStation 2?
Bikini Bottom, yeah, it was
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it was PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
But I'll probably get that when it comes out because I did
Yeah.
play a little bit of that growing up. But I haven't played Ghostbusters Remastered. It's like on sale on the Switch right now. I think it's like $12.
I just really like physical copies. It depends on what that sale compares to, though. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
care.
See, I like
It's
physical.
normally $30. I don't even know if Ghostbusters has a physical copy.
Well, I'll look into it. If it doesn't, then I will buy that. Because I got $12 to bird.
But like it's got, I was looking at it. It's like voiced by Bill Murray and stuff. So like, it's got the actual cast in it
Yeah.
that are alive.
That's
at
cool.
least.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't they all alive when the original one came out, though? Or did they re-record lines? Do you know if they did
don't
new... Yeah, because I was going to say, if they did new voiceover work, then that's one thing. But everybody would have been alive when the first one came out.
I don't know when the first one came out.
It was like original Xbox and PlayStation
No,
times.
it wasn't. That was like an Xbox 360 game.
No!
Oh yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Are you both looking it up now?
I am,
No!
for sure.
No!
I am. Nope, I don't want the NES game.
Well, I can see the light changing on your screen. And Artie's looking down, and I'm just like, and then.
Oh, no,
it's
I'm just
live,
jerking
like,
off.
Looking it up.
I'm just jerking
Oh,
off.
all right. Sorry, my mistake.
Ghostbusters, the video game, came out in 2009 for the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, PS2, PSP, Nintendo DS, and PC. So
What year,
I would
2009?
like you, 2009. I'd like you to kindly.
What year
suck
did
on my
Ramus
balls.
die? Ramus didn't die until way after that, still, though.
I have no idea.
I was out of
gotta
high
be
school
honest.
when he died, so he was definitely alive. Because he's the only one who was dead. They're all alive besides him.
Yeah, Ramus was alive in 2009.
Ha!
He died in 2014.
Nailed it! Not ha that he's dead, but ha that I won.
And you
So
didn't win.
violent with
You
that.
still thought it came out for the PS1.
Yeah, well, you know.
Suck on my balls.
Yeah, if I can find him.
You don't need to tell everyone I have recessed balls, Hardy. Please.
Oh,
Oh, bye, Devin.
oh okay.
Bye. See you later.
What happened? Hey, he's back. Josh, have you been keeping time?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Not very well.
I've got
I
a
started
timer
it
on my
late,
phone
but
too.
yes.
That's fine. As long as we have some baseline of where we're at. But yeah, so I mean, you know, that's pretty much what a lot of us are
Cool.
going through. Just playing video games and living the best lives we possibly can within the circumstances.
All right. I got some Ask Reddits. I
Woo!
didn't run any of these by you first because I woke up late.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, dude, you didn't wake up until what, like 4 o'clock today?
I didn't wake up till 5.
It was 5. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow, you've been up for 2 whole hours.
Yep. You get used to it.
Yeah.
I woke up, took a shower, and now I'm here. So my first Ask Reddit by user a Dutch twat is.
Did you choose it just for the name?
Nope. Just reading that for the first time. You are teleported into a game of your choice for a month. If you die in the game, you die in real life. But whatever you collect in the game, you can keep in real life, including skills, magic, items, pets, clothes. What game do you pick?
All right. So before we go any further, I do have a question. Now,
Yeah.
it says that if we die in the game, we die in real life. Okay, fine. Pretty standard concept. But now, do our lives follow the same... do our... Do...
Come on, you got this.
Do...
Du hast.
Okay, so, for
Du
instance...
hast mich.
So, if I'm in a game, does my life... work the same way as it does within that game? Like, for instance, yes, if I die in the game, I die in real life. But, like, if
if you have extra lives, you still are dead in real life.
even...
That's how I'm gonna go with.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Because-
That's an important question to clear up. Because, like, for instance, if I'm playing... Like, if I say Mario, but I got fucking 10 lives and I die once, does that mean I'm just done, even though I can still continue
Yeah.
to play the game?
Yeah.
Well,
That's how
dumb.
I'm gonna do this.
That's stupid.
Because like you can just respawn at your most recent autosave in Skyrim, but like you still died.
Yeah.
So
But it's not a game over. See, I feel like we maybe should be classified as a game over.
dude, if you die, you die.
All right, fine. Jesus Christ.
Stop fighting me on this. It says if you die in the game, you die in real life.
All right.
Let me DM the user
Yeah.
ask specifics. Let me DM a Dutch twat real quick. So, having read this question before you guys, I'll go first. My first instinct was Skyrim, because if you don't leave any of the holds in Skyrim, it's pretty easy. If you just
Depending on the hold. It depends on the hold. Dragons can enter certain holds.
That's true. Dragons can enter certain holds. I'd want to specifically live in like Whiterun or something.
That's what I figured you were gonna say. Yeah.
Because it's easy. But
Whiterun, the direct center of Skyrim and the main target of the Imperial and Stormcloak legions.
But if I'm in the game, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm the Dovahkiin.
Oh no, he's
Like-
not the main character. He's just a dude.
Not worried. Just an NPC.
Yeah.
And like if that doesn't work, I do Solitude. Long live the Empire, please.
I mean, one, I agree, long live the Empire. But two, dragons can enter Solitude.
Really?
Yes, dragons can enter Solitude.
Which one's Solitude?
I've never encountered a dragon. Solitude is the one if you're looking at the map, it's the top left corner of the map. It's where all the Imperials are.
It's where the Blue Palace is, where you do the Shilgorath quest.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Gotcha. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I have never encountered a dragon in Whiterun.
I haven't either. I don't think they can
But-
go into Whiterun.
but I've
I've
encountered-
encountered one dragon in Whiterun, but you're supposed to. It's the one
No,
that lands
that's
at the
outside.
palace?
No, that's outside. Okay, in the palace. Yeah, that's technically a different loading area than the Whiterun. If you really
Anyway.
want to get technical.
I think Skyrim would be pretty easy. My follow-up choice to that would probably be No Man's Sky. While
Okay.
dangerous, that'd be a life that'd be worth living.
Fair enough.
And the skills you get in both are pretty amazing. Skyrim, you can learn literal magic. And so I'd just like spend the entire time like brewing potions or something so I could at least learn alchemy.
Yeah.
And then in No Man's Sky, you're just like an engineer. So, like,
Being
there I am.
silently judged by Farengar, the dickhead court wizard in
Yeah, he can
Whiterun.
silently judge me, and then what's his name? Nazim can walk around going, "Oh, I didn't know you were allowed in this district." So,
Jesus.
what about you guys?
I'm gonna go with a very easy and boring answer because it's safe.
Minecraft.
No, you can die in Minecraft.
Yeah, you can
can.
die in Minecraft.
'Cause Enderman will fuck your shit up.
Yeah, they will.
Drop
So
creepers.
what's yours, Devin?
Animal Crossing.
Okay.
It's safe.
You can enjoy life outdoors, make friends, eat food, shake
Throw-
trees.
Throw
Get
leaves
stung.
down. They turn into items.
Should we tell him he can do all of those things in real life?
I mean, you got debt in real life too, and that's in the game. I think the difference, though, is Animal Crossing is in a bubble, like a wholesomeness bubble,
Yeah.
that allows you to like live out this perfect life for a month.
Yeah. I get that. For sure.
I was originally feeling Animal Crossing a little bit, but then I was like, but like I could learn magic.
Magic is nice.
I can learn
I can
magic.
learn magic. All right, so I am gonna go with Pokemon because
Ooh, it's a good one.
nobody dies there. Nobody ever really dies there.
Haven't you ever been to Lavender Town?
Those are Pokemon,
Those are just
not
Pokemon.
humans.
But yeah, like people don't die there. And I'm never in any.
The ghost girl in black and white.
Wow.
Devin's onto something.
Okay, sure. Do I have the potential to die? Yes, but I have to probably have the same level of potential for death there that I do in this life.
What was that legendary in black and white that cursed her with a shit ton of nightmares? That it even
Darkrai.
repelled like dark. Okay,
Dark
That
Eye.
is
was
it
in
like
black and white.
that wasn't? What was it?
That was Diamond Pro.
Yeah, it was Diamond Pro.
Was it that?
Yeah.
But yeah, the ghost girl was like haunted by nightmares
Yeah.
from
Yeah, Darkrai.
Darkrai, and that even drowsies and hypnos that feed off of what was it? Nightmares make them sick.
No, they like the
No, yeah,
nightmares.
they feed
Okay,
off
no,
of that
they
shit.
like the nightmares, but it even repelled drowsies and hypnos.
Yeah,
they wouldn't even
even
go
that
near
was
her.
too much for them. Yeah, exactly.
Because Darkrai is living nightmare.
Yeah. But, so yeah, I'd probably go with Pokemon just because, I mean, like, I get to have a fun adventure with Pokemon and stuff like that, and then if I get to keep what after I leave, then I get dope Pokemon to bring back to the real world, which is also awesome. Now, if you want my millennial answer, Dark Souls, so I could die even faster.
Actually, if you want to get technical, then no one actually dies in Dark Souls. You are an undead, so when you die in the game, you're not actually dying.
Ghost
you're
dropping
becoming
cart.
rekindled, or becoming reborn through the bonfires. So you actually never die. Basically, the reason there's like zombie enemies.
Yeah,
in
but
Dark
see,
Souls
but you're
are those
using
undead
logic
have
that
gone
you
on-
just you poo-pooed on right at the beginning for me.
No.
You poo-pooed
You
on it.
poo-pooed
It's
on
not-
it.
There's a difference between a game mechanic and lore friendly. Like in Destiny, if you die, it's lore friendly that your ghost brings you back. The only way you can canonically die in Destiny is if your ghost dies first. So
Or if you're not a guardian to begin with.
or if you're not a guardian to begin with. In Dark Souls, you are undead, and being undead allows you to be reborn at bonfires. Every single time you would quote unquote die, you are reborn at a bonfire. But the more that happens, the more hollow you go, and the more hollow you go, the more likely you are to be driven insane. There is a difference between game mechanics and lore friendly.
Give me the
Get
next.
on my
give me the next
level,
question.
ball
Give me
licker.
the next question. Next question, please.
Artie,
All right.
as much as I'd love to join on your bandwagon, how he just poo-pooed on your logic, he does have a point. In Mario, if you die, you just respawn somewhere else. That's not exactly like lore friendly.
Yeah, it is. It's the power of magic and friendship that brings him back to life.
All right. Next question. Yeah, power of magic and friendship.
I got the power of
What?
anime and God on my side.
What song is a 10 out of 10 song, yet hardly anyone has heard of it? I got a couple, so I'm gonna go first.
Has anybody heard of it? That's not where I thought that was going to go. I thought it was going to be 10 out of 10, but people don't agree with you. See, that's what I was expecting to.
Oh, I mean that's not a bad one.
Just because I don't know, man. I mean, like I don't feel like it's hard to justify what a song is that nobody's heard of. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
without
I mean,
like
I
entering total hipster territory.
I had to enter total hipster territory for this, but I got some real quick. But I want to actually change the question to what you were saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So think about what you were saying while I go through real quick. The
Think
song
about
that
what
you
you've said.
So for the original question, I was looking at the songs "Jungle" by Tosh Sultana. Tosh Sultana being an Australian folk musician, kind of.
Okay.
They are a one-man band. They make great music, YouTube videos. Big fan of Tosh Sultana. Their music is just real vibing. Just like
Okay.
real vibing. Following that, I was thinking anything by Say Anything because everyone forgot about Say Anything after
I
Life the
never
Glory
forgot
of
about
Love.
Say Anything.
But John McClane being my favorite song by Say Anything is an intro track off the album Hebrews, with Hebrews being probably my favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
And then finally, just because it's a gift and everyone should listen to it, it is Zach Fox and Kenny Beats. So Kenny Beats did the track for it. Zach Fox does the a rap for it. It's a short song. It's 1 minute and 53 seconds, but it's called Jesus is the One, I Got Depression. It's hilarious. It is the most ridiculous song ever. And on top of that, Zach Fox does an interview about the lyrics for the song that is the funniest interview I've seen in years. So I highly recommend that. Now you changed it to songs that people that you really like that people won't agree with you on. Oh man, I should have talked about Heilung. Whatever. Heilung is a band that is traditional Nordic.
Oh, okay.
That they play traditional instruments and do all that. They just released a new song. They're really exciting. They
I just smiled
do
at my
not
cat.
speak English.
For those who are wondering what I was just smiling at, it was my cat. I think he wants out.
So one of you start with this one while I figure out what exactly I want to do.
See,
with
I actually do have an answer for the other one, but we can do both. We'll do both if we have an answer for him. So the answer of something that I think is really good but nobody really knows is Little Big. Basically anything by Little Big. Every track is just it's a banger. It makes you want to party. And so they're really fun.
My dick is big. My dick is really big.
Yeah. How can you go wrong with that?
Yeah.
So yeah, anything by Little Big is just really fun and just really gets you like vibing and like party mode feeling. But as far as things that people don't necessarily agree with my opinion on is, I don't know why, but within the community, there's a lot of hate for True Life Danger Days. True Life of the Fabulous Killjoys.
It's because it was nothing like the album that everyone fell in love with them with.
Yeah, which, and I get, but like, I fucking love that album. I mean, like,
Danger Days is my favorite.
Yeah, no, I love all of the albums. I mean, like, trust me, like, they're all phenomenal albums to me. I mean, they're my favorite band, always will be. But like, something about Killjoys, just I loved the aesthetic. I loved the story. I loved the accompanying comic that came out afterwards that tied into the story, which was awesome. Like, there was just so much about it that was really great. But most of the time, people just, like, treat it like the redheaded stepchild in the My Chem, like, discography, so. Yeah. So
yeah.
There's my answers. Devin?
I stay in my own little bubble, really.
Yeah.
So I don't really have an answer for that nobody really knows, because, like I said, I have my artists that I like that for the most part everyone knows.
Yeah.
And I don't really venture beyond outside of that.
I wouldn't say that your music taste is like the general populace, but it's like everything that you like is stuff that people within those groups are pretty much like agreed on, like, Iron Maiden and like Slipknot and like stuff like that. It's like the stuff that, like, if you listen to these genres of music, yeah, you probably like them.
Oh, well, okay. No, hold on. Metallica's one.
Oh, but that's only about to get into stuff. A fight, Devin.
The new Metallica is not great. It's not great.
Yeah,
that's the general consensus. I'm part of the general with that.
Yeah. New Metallica is
Yeah. No,
honestly,
I agree with that.
I prefer their first 3 albums.
Me too.
Maybe the one after that, the Black Album.
I like half of the Black Album, and then the other half of the Black Album can go away.
Yeah.
Like, Nothing Else Matters is an amazing song. But
that's like, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And that's from the Black Album.
Yeah.
But like half of that album is not good. And then Fuel and Refuel came out after that, and well, it's all downhill after that. Then Saint Anger, and oof.
But yeah, for the most part, like, I have a very wide variety of different genres and style of music, except for rap. Rap is the one thing I don't like.
I say I love rap.
which exactly. So it like most of the world, doesn't matter what language, what culture, what country, doesn't matter. They all enjoy rap.
I think
Most of
I
them.
think here though, I think a good point to make here is the distinction between rap and hip hop. I think that's a
I like both.
I think that's a distinction that needs to be made here just um because I mean there's been some stuff. I can't name anything off the top of my head at this exact moment, but there's been some stuff that I've played, Devin, that you have liked, but it wasn't like the traditional gangster rap kind of stuff that everybody kind of envisions when they think rap. It was more leaning towards the hip hop side. So I mean, like, but I think it's just an important distinction to make between the two, because I mean they are kind of their own categories at this point.
Yeah,
So that's all.
yeah. But I think that's my unpopular opinion, is not liking rap when most of the world, at
Yeah.
least from what I've seen,
No, I see what you're saying.
enjoys rap.
Yeah. No, I understand exactly what you mean. Yeah. That you're the outlier here as opposed to the other people being the outliers in like the
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
I'm not wrong. You're wrong.
No, but
yeah,
I
like
do understand what you mean.
my preferred style of music, anything rock or metal, heavy metal, death metal, screamo.
Devin,
That's my preferred style of music.
I think what we can really single it down to here for you is you like anything that has
An electric guitar.
I was gonna say, like, like, yeah, like actual instrumental uses with like big, like, nice riffs, or like powerful, like, vocal stuff like that. I think is probably
Yeah, I'm okay, because there are certain bands I've heard. I can't name any off the top of my head, but there are certain songs I've heard that are rock and metal, but there's some like computer generated noise, like auto tune and
which
shit
I
like
mean
that.
just
I don't
happens more
mind
and
it.
more nowadays. I mean that's just
Yeah,
Processing is
which
okay.
I don't mind that, but you gotta limit it. Like if you use it too much, I'm like, all right, this just sounds dumb, and I turn it off.
absolutely, yeah. I mean it's very subjective of how you use it and then how much you use it. Because I mean there's an album that Korn did where like they really tried that very heavily to mix like their
Isn't that their newest one? That their most recent one?
no, it's been a few albums ago now, but it was like their whole thing was like, yeah, it was like a very hard mix. It was like right at the peak of like dubstep, so it was like a very hard mix of the two. And I mean, Jonathan Davis has always enjoyed EDM, and he has his own EDM projects as well, which are good. But something about the way they were trying to like meld the two together just didn't quite hit home.
Yeah,
So it felt
I actually
like
saw
kind of
them.
pandering to like what was popular at the time.
Yeah. I actually saw them for the first time like back in February.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, because you didn't even realize, yeah, that
Yeah.
they were opening or like co-headlining, right? It was
Yeah.
what they were doing.
So
Yeah.
I saw them with Breaking Benjamin, and I've never seen Korn live. I actually don't listen to a lot of their music either, but I don't think they're bad. I like their music. I haven't been keeping up with any of their new stuff.
No, I get that.
And even listening to their new songs live, which I always prefer listening to the records before listening to them live. But even that, they were still good.
Yeah. No, I would imagine they'd put on a pretty good show. The word totality is coming to mind. Is that might be the Korn album that I'm talking about? That's like very dubsteppy.
I think that is a Korn album.
I think
have
it's
Spotify open
totality.
right
Yeah,
now.
it's gonna look like a cover with like the black logo, and it might look like a deserty like blue sky and stuff in the background. I don't know why. I'm just like imagining it in my head. That might be the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, so I get
Path of Totality.
yeah, that's the one. I'm pretty sure that's the one. But yeah, so I mean that's the thing I mean music obviously is completely subjective, but it is interesting when you kind of see what makes you where you define your lines as opposed to other people and why you have that feeling.
Some my hot take music opinion real quick. Kanye West. He is an artist amongst us and one of the greatest producers I think of all time. I love Kanye West. He's great. A lot of people stopped giving a shit about Kanye West when Yeezus came out. Yeezus was a really great album. I really liked Life of Pablo and Yee. They were amazing, and I'm really happy that they exist. And most people don't agree with me that Life of Pablo is as good, nearly as good as it is. Although none of us can forgive Kanye West for Jesus is King. Hot take.
I never listened to any of his like complete albums. He's one of those artists where like, you know, I hear him through pop culture and stuff like that. So like I check out smidgens of it, but I've never gone out of my way to ever listen to an entire album. But there are things that he's done that I like. You know what I mean? But he's just one of those ones where like I know that if I try to give him the time of day and go through more of his catalog, it's just going to completely turn me off to him. So I'd rather enjoy the few songs I do as opposed to like none of him.
That's fine. I
sense?
adore Kanye.
Yeah, it's like trying to like it's like controlling yourself when it's like there's an entire plate of cookies in front of me. I'll just have one though, because if I eat them all, I'm gonna make it sick, and then I'm not gonna want cookies anymore.
Yeah, so, I get it.
And
Kanye,
and that's kind of how I am with with a lot of what do you want to call it?
So I didn't see a problem there. I just eat all the cookies, and then I just want more.
I guess I like for the most part I look at that way with a lot of top 40 kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like whatever like the new hotness is. Like it's like, all right, yeah, this is a good song. I'm not gonna look into more of their stuff though, because it's probably just not gonna suit me. But anyways.
All right.
I'm getting
question.
it. I'm just getting antsy fucking sitting here. I need a coffee, so I'm just gonna mute this, but I'll still hear you guys.
That's great. Best podcast.
Wait, well, why are you gonna mute it? No, don't mute it.
Don't even mute us. Yeah, don't even mute us.
No.
Just like have the whole thing be there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, oh yeah.
What an asshole.
We want to know your coffee
That's
order.
the worst part though. So this lady's gonna be able to hear us, but we can't hear her and Devin.
I hope if we see Devin start talking, we really need to be talking.
I think he just muted us too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this diabetic bastard. Oh, I hope they put too much sugar in there. I hope they put too much sugar in there and you go to a coma.
You can hear us. So when he pulls up to the lady, we should really start talking about all the really nice anal we gave Devin recently. All right, I'm gonna continue. So actually, I'm gonna leave this one up to you, Artie, because I have 2 questions and I don't know which one's better.
Okay.
Actually, I have 3 questions. So the first question is, what's a fan base that scares the hell out of you? The second question is, what fan theory about a movie, TV show, or video game do you see as 100% canon? And the third question is, what's the coolest website you visited that no one knows about?
I think the first 2 are better ones.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the second one personally.
I like both of those. I mean, I feel like we could do both of them though. I think
if we have the time.
Yeah.
So
honestly though, I don't think Hitler did anything wrong. Oh wait, he's already driving away. Shit. He's just laughing in the drive-thru by himself. He looks like a fucking lunatic.
I just think that if we put all the black people in America on another continent, it would definitely make America better. I just like if we just get them out of here, if we close our borders, get them out of here, things will be way better.
Wow. Oh. Whew.
Like I just like look, they have most of the crime rate in the country. Like it'd be, you know what? While we're at it, let's get the Native Americans out of America. They've had it long enough. He just muted me.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh shit! Oh man! Woo! Oh my god! Wow! For those who are not aware, that was a parody, as Josh loves his.
I very much don't feel that way. I just wanted them to think Devin felt that way,
and he loves all his fellow man, and woman. You gonna mute us now?
Oh shit! And you said that was a bad idea.
Oh shit! All right, so let's go back to our questions.
I was crying and my stomach hurts.
All right, so could you repeat those two questions, Devin?
Okay,
I mean,
hold on.
Josh.
No, the woman sitting there, she just sees me fucking dying, and she just like shook her head and ignored it entirely.
Good. Probably for the best. All right, so we're gonna start with this question: what fan theory about a movie, TV show, or video game do you see as 100% canon? I'll start again.
Okay.
So, Signs. That's a movie. It's directed.
Not what I expected, but okay.
M. Night Shyamalan. In the movie Signs, the twist that M. Night Shyamalan puts in all his movies is that the aliens are killed by water. What a dumb twist. Here's my fan theory, and I've read this online, and I adore it.
Excuse me.
My fan theory is that those are not aliens, those are demons. It makes perfect sense narratively for people to think they're aliens, and they're actually demons. Even the water.
So what is this?
The movie Signs. In the movie Signs, the scene where we find out that the aliens are killed. First off, why would aliens come to a planet that's 70% water when they're allergic to water? The fuck?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. It's like, what would they even gain from that?
What if they don't have H2O on their planet?
So they wouldn't even have known that it was a thing.
Yeah, so they won't know that they're allergic to it.
But in the movie, we find out that the aliens are allergic to water by a glass of water pouring on one of them. That glass was in a preacher's house after he had prayed with that glass of water near him. It was literally holy water now. Like, it was, there's a lot of things that line up in Signs that...
Okay. Yeah, no, dude.
Are there signs of other water being used that wasn't holy water?
That is our introduction to the fact that water kills these things, and then they leave. But like, everything about this movie the movie itself has a lot of like religious connotation in it in a way that is very prevalent. And then aliens. My theory is that those are not aliens; those are demons. I want to follow up this theory with a slightly less in-depth theory, and the theory is that Toto by Africa is about a werewolf.
I love that one. I love that theory so much, dude.
And I firmly believe it now.
Yeah, no, I love that one. So,
gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I'm reading this. This is by @RHRADZKA on Twitter.
All right.
David
I've heard this before. I'm gonna go let a cat out real quick.
Okay. So, gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing more than 100 men or more could ever do. So why is this singer not with her now? This is my theory of Toto's Africa. In Toto's Africa, why is the speaker in Africa in the first place? Answer: he is hoping to find some long-forgotten words or ancient melodies. He's a student of the occult. Why has the singer of Toto's Africa gone to Africa, leaving his love in order to hunt up obscure folklore? He tells you, I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of that thing that I've become. He's a goddamn werewolf. Wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. Those aren't dogs. Why does he believe the rains down? Why does he bless the rains down in Africa? Because the cloud cover blocks the moon. Toto's Africa is about a lovesick werewolf in Africa, so he can get ancient lore to find a cure for his unfortunate condition.
Yep, I love that one. I love that theory so much.
I adore it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good one, man.
And I
do
firmly
like that one.
believe it. So what do you guys have as far as fan theories that you are 100% subscribed to?
As far as I'm aware, it hasn't been confirmed to this date. But the fact that Dittos are failed Mew attempts.
That was mine.
Really? Yeah.
That was gonna be mine. Yeah.
Dude, there's so many factors about that theory. For those who don't know,
what was it? Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee even delved into more evidence about this.
Yeah. So like, for those who don't know, the whole theory is basically that Dittos are known as genetic Pokemon that are used to, their ability is to transform into anything or any Pokemon they see, depending on what you're dealing with. If it's the anime, apparently it's anything, and they can turn it into a picture or a book or other stuff. But that's not the point. So if you're dealing within the canon of games and stuff like that, they can transform into other Pokemon and things like that. So
I'm pretty sure the Pokedex entry says it can only copy a living organism that they can directly see.
exactly.
And if it tries to mimic a Pokemon it can't see, it will get details wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of what happens in the anime, where like it copies. There's the Ditto that copies things.
Oh yeah, the dumb fucking
Yeah, and it
face with
gets-
the
wrong
two
side.
dots in the
Yeah, and that's how it gets that face. Exactly.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, the whole thing though is that's what it can do, and we find Dittos in the abandoned mansion on Cinnabar Island where they were trying to clone Mew, which
Yellow was the only game that did that.
yes, I'm aware.
Yeah,
I
Pokemon.
am aware.
Okay, well, I don't know. The audience might not be aware.
But yeah, so, and that's like one of the only places you can find Ditto, besides also the cave where you can find Mewtwo. So those are the only two places you can find Dittos, basically.
Which
And
was
yeah,
the other genetic
which is what
modified version of Mew.
which is what
That-
they
that was,
actually made for Mew when they were trying to clone Mew.
Yeah.
So yeah, and if you check the information, they can both learn transform. They're both like a pinkish, purplish color. They both have the same weight. They both have the same base stats. There's so many like connecting factors between all of
Yeah.
them.
They have the same color depending on which game you play.
I mean,
Some
yeah,
might be
purplish,
purple, others might
pinkish,
be pink.
whatever. Yeah,
Their shiny colors are the exact same.
like a very like electric blue. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that when you look at it all side by side, it's hard to deny that it's not a it's definitely not a theory that is unsupported. I think is the best way to go about saying that. So I like that one a lot. That's always been one that I've pretty much supported my entire life.
But I'm pretty sure Nintendo has never confirmed
Not that
or
I know
denied
of.
this theory.
No, I've never heard anything.
Not that I haven't heard of either.
I don't think I've heard them confirm or deny the like Cubone Kangaskhan one either. I don't think they've
they've never confirmed.
Which one's the
that.
Cubone Kangaskhan one?
that Cubones were actually intended to be like the pre-evolution to Kangaskhan, and then the skull that it wears is actually like the dead mother is actually like a Kangaskhan and everything else, because if you look at their color palettes and blah blah, you know, it's a very similar concept to the Mew and Ditto one, where it's just like color palettes and like concepts and within dex entries and stuff like that. It's another one that's been around pretty much as long as that one has, because, you know, Gen 1 and people always want to dig for stuff since the dawn of man. They always want more information. So
I love that shit.
and that's how you end
I
up with
love-
nerds like Josh.
Like I love hidden lore
Yeah,
within games that has nothing to do with the main story.
absolutely.
You should
It's
play
just-
Dark Souls.
Little,
Every time.
yeah, I was trying
Every time.
to fucking avoid that from the last one. But I don't want to find the hidden lore to learn the story. I want to find hidden lore about just random facts about the world that has nothing to do with the main story.
You want world building facts that you have to seek out, but you don't want main plot facts to have to be like
That's fair.
seeked out. I get that. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Destiny's a good example of that game.
Yeah.
Of that
Yeah,
mechanic.
we even brought that up last week too. How
Yeah.
you had to fucking read up on the grimoire cards to
I
learn
read them
everything.
so much.
Yeah.
I'm so into the Hive. Like, you have no idea.
I love the Hive.
Dude, the Hive are badass.
Oryx is my favorite character.
Dude,
in
I
Destiny.
miss my armor so much. I miss that Oryx armor. The bony,
me
like
too.
I loved that outfit so much.
I had the full.
Dude, I
Taken
miss my
set.
Taken armor.
Yeah, there it
the
is.
Taken shit was
Yeah.
cool too.
Dude,
I
the Taken emote was so fucking cool.
yeah, no, I
with
miss
the
that
twitching.
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Destiny
Yeah.
1. Destiny 1 was easily one of the best video game experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
I know I haven't played a ton of Destiny 2. Probably never gonna play Destiny 2 again. But
Mhm.
Destiny 2 introduced a couple better
I want to
game
play
mechanics.
Destiny 2, but I have no one to play it with.
They just
but I
keep making-
still
Dude,
have-
you got us.
He
too.
doesn't. He doesn't though.
I don't. I have it for PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, actually, we
I
all have
have-
PlayStation now.
Yeah, we all have PlayStation.
If Devin and I actually switched consoles and we like,
Isn't it cross compatible now? Like, isn't
Is
our
Destiny?
accounts cross compatible?
is it?
We'll look into it after this.
That might-
We'll look into it.
Yeah,
later.
that might be something
But,
for us to look into.
I
Actually,
have all 3 of the raid bosses from Destiny 1 as pop finals.
oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
have.
Oh, do you? Dude, I remember being able to solo Crota. That was so much fun.
Oh yeah, I was able to solo Crota too. By the end of it, I know someone taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
But I have the guy from Vault of Glass. I forget his name. Something Prime probably.
Yeah,
and then I
think
have
so.
Crota, and then I have Oryx, and Crota was a
can't
pain in
remember
the
his
ass
name.
to get.
That's weird. Honestly, I always forget Vault of Glass ever even was a raid. I'll be completely honest with you. I always forget that was a raid.
The first time I did Vault of Glass, I didn't
That
even
was
do
the
it with
very
full
first
squad.
raid.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Devin. I never even did Vault of Glass until the second raid had already come out. So by the time the second one came out, it
Really?
didn't even feel like a raid. It just felt like a regular old mission. Yeah.
I miss Destiny. We'll look into Destiny.
Yeah,
We'll
that
look
might
into
be
if we
something
can
for
do
us to
Destiny
look into,
together.
actually. Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I will start so I have a Titan that I haven't finished anything really in Destiny 2 with. I'll delete that Titan and just start a whole new character.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
so we'd all level up a character together. That'd be really fun actually.
Yeah, something to look into.
I mean, I always go for hunters.
Yeah,
I love Titan.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I usually go Warlock, but
I mean, we could have one of each.
I already have a Warlock, but I could do another
You could do
Warlock.
Those are
another
cool.
Warlock, one of each. Kind of cover all our bases.
Yeah, I love Warlocks.
We might have something here.
We might have something.
Yeah.
Here. But
Something else to do to occupy the time.
Yeah.
yeah, right. You guys, we could level up way faster than me. I have no time.
Yeah, well.
But we are running out of time. We were gonna do another question, but I think that
Where are we
is-
at for time?
We are at
Mine says an hour and 3 minutes.
Yep.
All right.
But we also started a little bit after the call.
I want to do that other question, but we'll do speed round with it.
Speed round. Other question.
Yes.
Cool. Other question. Speed round was, what's a fan base that scares the hell out of you? Again, I can go first. The fan base that scares the hell out of me is the Five Nights at Freddy's fan base because it's bad. It's real bad. They do bad things. They
The bad, real bad, do bad thing.
they
Bad
the
no
lore-
goo.
The lore of Five Nights at Freddy's is garbage because unlike Dark Souls where they wrote 75% or what did I say 75% of a story and had you come up with the other 25%.
Some percentages.
Five
like
Nights
that,
at Five Nights at Freddy's did 60% of a story and has you come up with the other 40%. The issue is they don't give you the tools to figure that out. So it isn't good. That's why any narrative theory behind Five Nights at Freddy's falls short because the other thing is I firmly believe Scott Cawthorne meant for all of Five Nights at Freddy's to be a dream of a dying child. And then that was the whole box thing that they did with Five Nights at Freddy's
Yeah.
4. The issue was fans hated that. Fans immediately hated that. And rather than sticking to his guns, he decided that he was going to keep doing things
Yeah.
and try to make it work with what he'd already set up. So he set up a story. Fans hated the story. So he never actually finished that story and is trying to lengthen it in a way that is very artificial, and because of that, Five Nights at Freddy's lore does not work.
Yeah.
Their fandom always tries to make it work, and it doesn't work. So anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's, real bad. Honorable mention, Undertale, ew, gross. Love that game. Love that game. Real bad. Artie, you're up.
That's the thing. So yeah, so along with what Josh just said too, kind of in that same vein, everything I'm about to mention is stuff I personally enjoy, and that's what makes it even worse. Because I do enjoy this stuff, but the fan bases make me not want to even talk about them or discuss them. I like Rick and Morty. The fan base is terrible. It's a terrible, terrible fan base. It's like the worst fan
Yeah,
base.
but like,
That was gonna be mine.
Rick and Morty's fan base is terrible. So is
'Cause
the
I was at McDonald's when they fucking did the Szechuan sauce.
yeah
and it was
I'm
just
so
awful.
sorry.
yeah. Yours didn't even have it.
I like
Yeah, we
I
did.
like Rick and
Oh, you
Morty
did?
too. I'm sorry
Thought
to
you
watch
didn't have it.
Yeah, we did.
Uh,
No, we had it. I would know. I did the truck order.
But yeah. So I mean, well, we're gonna have a talk afterwards because you never got me any, so I'm pretty upset with you now.
I can't just steal our inventory.
Anyways, so yeah, so kind of in that same vein, like with Josh, Rick and Morty is
It's about this scientist named Rick, and he turned himself into a pickle.
funniest shit I've ever seen.
Funniest shit I've ever seen. If you go to Janice's town in Animal Crossing, I wrote that whole thing on her board.
That's really funny. So yeah, Rick and Morty, Adventure Time and Steven Universe, they're not as bad, but I mean, they can get a little rough there. Again, these are things I love. I love those shows. I really do enjoy them, but the fan bases are not great. And then just straight up, I just can't get into and can't find justification for bronies. I just can't. The way not to the level that a lot of the fandom brings it. That's the problem. I do not care if you are a grown man who likes watching My Little Pony. I watch children's shows too. That's okay. I don't think it's a gender thing. Gender doesn't matter here either. I don't care if you're a guy watching it or a woman. Doesn't matter. But some of the shit you people be doing, very gross. I've seen your tribute jars. I've seen your tribute jars, okay? That's gross. That's really gross. Nobody should be doing that. So, yeah.
And especially don't leave them on the heater. That's the second time I've talked about that in a week. And
gross.
It just really,
so, yeah.
really shows you the kind of life I live. Devin, what's your thoughts?
So Rick and Morty was one of them because of the whole McDonald's thing, but already brought that up already.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which I said last week, too. Same situation. I enjoy Star Wars. I pretend like I know nothing at work because I do not want to get into that discussion with Star Wars fans. I just don't want it.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm also not huge into Star Wars. I enjoy the films. I don't delve too much into its backstory or lore or what. Like, apparently everyone throws a fucking fit about midichlorians.
Well, I think midichlorians are great, but like I think that they've been serially misused. I believed that when Force Awakens was first starting, Kylo Ren was a Force vampire. He was a super Darth Vader fanboy, but he had no Force powers, so he was siphoning blood off of actual Force users because blood contains high counts of midichlorian. He was trying to artificially make himself a Force user. See, midichlorians could be used in a very very compelling way, but no one's done it yet. I liked that. I thought that was clever and nifty. But other people are just they're just opposed to the idea of midichlorians, and they're just like, no, it's stupid.
Yeah, there's just so much. Here's the thing: is no matter what side you try to take with Star Wars, no matter who you're talking to, there's going to be an argument. There is no sides in this. That's the thing: is there's always going to be an argument that's going to be had. Whether even if you agree with them, you can agree with them, and they will still argue with you. It's insane. It does not make sense. Like I said, and these are all things I love. Besides My Little Pony, I've never personally watched it, but it's got Tara Strong in it.
I watched the first 3 episodes, and I didn't see the appeal.
Yeah, but all the things that have been mentioned here are all things we enjoy. They're all things we enjoy, but the fandom, oof.
The fan base ruins it.
It's rough, and that's why you sometimes have to just distance yourself from it. That's the same reason why, like I said, when I'm at work, I don't talk about Rick and Morty. I don't really talk about Star Wars. I don't talk about anything.
Another thing, Destiny. Destiny was the game that everybody loved to hate, but they played it anyway.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm having that experience now, but with Marvel Strike Force. And that community is so angry all the time.
Yeah, imagine being a Future Fight fan. Jeez.
But yeah.
Imagine Strike Force, but an RPG. Oh my god,
dude, it's rough.
I gotta play Future Fight again.
It all comes down to, I think, a lot of the fandom all comes down to entitlement. It's a lot of people who think they're entitled to things that they are not.
Well, for sure.
And I think that's a good way to round it out and explain the reasoning behind all of these people and the way they act. Is they believe that they deserve it to be the way they want it.
For sure.
Because they made it. I'm a fan. I'm the one who shaped it. It would be nothing without me.
I just, yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I guess.
It's also another shitty thing when developers or producers cave into fandoms.
Sonic was a good example of that, though. That was the first time that was a good example.
Yeah, that's a good example.
That was the one time.
But,
I usually agree, stand your ground, but that one, everybody was right in that one. There was nobody who was complaining about that was incorrect. I agree with them. I was still gonna watch it either way, but I think
I wasn't. That Sonic was so bad.
I know, and that's why I wanted to watch it.
Still haven't seen it.
I kept making jokes about, because he had like realistic human feet, and I kept making jokes about like we'd get to see Sonic's feet, and oh my god, can't you wait?
You still do. You get to see his feet at one point. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's a good movie. Honestly, it's a good movie. It's worth checking out. It was actually very fun, and it was fun for the whole family.
What were you saying, Devin?
I just still haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
yeah. But all right, so your homework this week is to go watch Sonic, and let us know in the comments below any answers that you might have to any of these questions, where you might think Don't argue with me in the comments, but like if you know what I mean, like don't come at me about Star Wars and stuff, but like if you have similar things where you're like, oh, I can't stand this fandom, or I really love this song but nobody else likes it, let us know in the comments below. I love talking to you guys.
At some point I still want to talk about why I hated the new Star Wars movie so much.
I mean,
and it's purely on a narrative level, not on a Star Wars
Devin
level.
hasn't seen them though, so you can't talk to him about it.
I know.
Yeah,
so I can't talk to him. I got to talk to you.
You can talk to me about it.
No, you can. You can still tell me about it.
But I don't think you're not gonna have anything to contribute because you don't know what he's talking about. Devin, trust me, you need to watch these for this conversation. If you want to be a part of it, you're gonna have to watch the 3 movies, dude, because you will not know what the hell is going on.
I've got nothing else to do with my time. I might as well.
We'll also look
Disney
into
Plus?
Destiny 2 this week.
Disney Plus has all 3 of them, Josh.
Disney Plus has all 3.
There you go. Get a trial. Get a trial of Disney Plus and watch all 3.
Don't need a trial.
Oh, you have it? You caved and bought it?
I don't. Monica does.
Oh, okay.
No, Monica.
I remember you were very adamant about not buying it, so that's why I'm asking.
All right.
I did not buy it though.
I have it. I love my Disney
Devin,
Plus.
watch those 3 movies and then we can discuss this. Josh, look into Destiny, and everybody else, have a wonderful week, and
cool.
Keep in touch. Okay.
Yeah.
Got any questions you want to ask us?
Yes, for the love of God, ask us fun questions. I mean, like we can keep asking Reddit. But I didn't though. But I want to know what you guys want to know. What do you guys want to talk about? Come on, seriously. Like, let me know. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh, I ran out of water and I gotta pee.